Good morning students. Today I shall discuss about the use of increment and decrement operators in Java. So let's start with the increment and decrement operators in Java. The ++ operator is known as the increment operator and the --= operator is known as the decrement operator in Java. The increment operator ++, okay, it increases or increments the value of a variable by 1, and the decrement operator --= decrements or decreases the value of a variable by 1. Now both these operators, that is the increment operator ++ and the decrement operator --= are also known as the unary operators. Now take the case of this example. Here the first statement declares a variable called x whose data type is int, and the value that has been assigned to this variable x is 20. And in the next Java statement, using the increment operator ++, the value that was assigned to the variable x has been increased by 1. Okay, so this sets the new value for x as 21. So the previous value of x, which was 20, gets increased by 1 with the use of this ++ increment operator, and this sets the new value of this variable x as 21. In the same way, take the case of this example. Here the variable x of data type int has been assigned the value 20. Then in the next line, using the --= decrement operator, the value of the variable called x has been decreased by 1. As a result, the new value of x becomes 19, because the old value of x, which was 20, has been decreased by 1 to give the new value of x as 19. So ++ is the increment operator and --= is the decrement operator respectively. Now there are two notations of using these operators, that is the increment as well as the decrement operator, in prefix and postfix form. In the prefix form, the main logic is to increment and then assign. Now take the case of this example. The first statement assigns the value 10 to the variable x whose data type is int. Okay, so x equal to 10 from the first statement. Then look at the second Java statement. Here the variable y has been assigned the value of ++x, and the variable y has been declared the data type int. Now as the logic for the prefix notation is increment and then assign, that is why in this expression, that is y equal to ++x, the increment shall be done first. This is because the increment operator ++ occurs before the variable x. So as we increment first, we have to increase the value of x by 1. The previous value of x was 10, and increasing it by 1 gives the new value of x as 11. So the value of x is now 11. Now once increment has been done, as per the prefix notation, we shall assign the value of x to y. Okay, now as the value of x is 11 now, so 11 shall get assigned to this variable called y. Now y shall hold this value of x, which is 11, and this has been clearly explained here. Okay, in this case, first the value of x is incremented by 1. This is clearly shown by the increment symbol ++, which increments the value of x by 1, okay, which sets the new value of x as 11, okay, after the old value of x, which was 10, has been increased by 1. And when the new value of x becomes 11, okay, it is then assigned to the variable called y. Hence, the variable y now contains the value 11. Now let's come over to the postfix notation. In the postfix notation, the main logic is to assign first and then increment. Now take the case of this example. Now see the second Java statement. The increment operator plus plus comes after the variable x. Okay, so this is a postfix notation. So keep in mind that whenever the increment or the decrement operator comes before the variable, okay, this is a prefix notation. And whenever the increment or the decrement operator comes after the variable, then this becomes a postfix notation. Now in the postfix notation, at first the assignment shall be done, okay, then only the increment should start. Okay, now if you see this second Java statement, the value of x shall be assigned to the variable y first. Okay, now since the value of x was 10, okay, as declared in the first Java statement, so the value 10 from this variable x shall get stored in the variable y. So y shall now hold the value 10. Okay, now after that, okay, after assigning the value 10 to the variable y, now the increment operator shall work. This increment operator plus plus shall now increase the value of x by 1, okay, which shall give the new value of x as 11, as the previous value of x was 10, and increasing it by 1 gives 11 as the new value of x. And that has been clearly explained here. Okay, so it says in this case, first the value of x, which is 10, is assigned to y. Okay, so the value of x, which was 10, okay, is first assigned to y. Okay, so y now gets the value of 10. Then after that, the value of x becomes 11. Okay, because after that the increment operator works, which increases the value of x from 10 to 11. But y shall contain the value 10 only. This is because before the value of x was incremented, okay, the old value of x was 10, and that old value of x, which was 10, was assigned to this variable y. So that's why it said here y contains the old value 10, whereas the value of x becomes 11. So I guess you got the difference between the prefix notation and the postfix notation. Okay, in the prefix notation, when y is equal to plus plus x, we got the final value of y as 11. And in the postfix notation, when y is equal to x plus plus, we got the final value of y as 10. Now read the question in this slide. It says, write a program in Java to perform 4 arithmetic operations and print the results. Okay, now in this program, the 4 arithmetic operations they have performed are the addition, okay, this is the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication denoted by this asterisk symbol, and the division denoted by this slash symbol. Now let's see how this works. So in this program, a class specified by the name example4 has been declared at the beginning using the class keyword. And inside the body of this class, okay, as represented by the opening and the closing curly brace, there is a main method. Now main method is the point of execution of a Java program. It is the starting point of execution of a Java program, and every Java program needs to have this main method. Now just as how the class called example4 has been defined with a body, okay, in the same way the main method shall also be defined with a body as represented by the opening parenthesis and the closing parenthesis. And inside the body of this main method there are set of Java statements. and each of these Java statements shall be executed one after another. Now see the first Java statement. Here it declares three variables. Okay, the first one is the variable num1, which has been assigned the value 10. The second one is the variable num2, having been assigned the value 5, and the third one is the variable called result, which has been assigned the value 0. And each of these variables, that is num1 with the value 10, num2 with the value 5, and result with the value 0, has been declared with int as a data type. Then in the next line, the result has been calculated. Okay, and the result is num1 plus num2. Okay, so when num1 plus num2, then the value of num1 is 10 and the value of num2 is 5. So this gives 10 plus 5, and that is 15. So 15 is the value which gets stored in the variable called result. Then in the next line, using the Java library class system, it creates an object called out using the dot operator. And then using the object called out, it is calling the method println, okay, again using the dot operator. This method called println shall display the text within the bracket to the standard output device. Okay, now in our case, the standard output device shall be the monitor. So we are going to display the text within this bracket to our monitor. Now the first thing inside the bracket is num1. Now this num1 is a variable. This is because it's not enclosed within single quote or double quote. So the value of this variable num1 shall be directed to the output. Now let's find what is the value of this variable called num1. Initially, in the Java statement that has been declared, the value assigned to this variable num1 was 10. Okay, so in place of num1, the value 10 gets displayed in the output. So here it is, this is 10. Then just after the value of the variable num1 gets displayed in the output, which is 10, I add something to it with the help of this plus operator. And what do I add with it? I add the symbol plus, which is within inverted code. Now anything within inverted code shall be displayed exactly as it is in the output. So this plus gets displayed exactly as it is in the output just after 10. So in the output we now have 10 plus. Now again we are adding something to it with the help of this plus operator. This time we are adding the value of the variable called num2. And since num2 has been assigned a value 5, so in place of num2, the value 5 gets displayed in the output. So in the output now we have 10 plus 5. Again we are adding something to num2 with the help of this plus operator. This time we are adding the symbol equal to, which is within inverted code. So as the symbol equal to is within inverted code, it gets displayed exactly as it is in the output. So in the output we now have 10 plus 5 equal to. Now again we shall add something to this equal symbol with the help of the plus operator. This time I am adding the value of the variable called result. Okay. Now since we have calculated the result from the expression num1 plus num2, where num1 is 10 and num2 is 5, so 10 plus 5, okay, sets the value of the variable result as 15. So now in place of this variable called result, we shall see the value of this variable result, which is 15 in the output. Okay, so this shows 10 plus 5 equal to 15 in the output. So this is the first expression that gets displayed in the output. And once this is done, the statement gets terminated with the help of a semicolon. Okay, and once the statement gets terminated with this semicolon, the control shifts to the next line, okay, and again the value of result has been calculated. Now this time the new value of result shall be equal to num1 minus num2. Now the operation performed is not addition, this is subtraction. Now as the value of num1 is 10 and num2 is 5, so 10 minus 5 shall give the new value of result as 5. So again, using the Java library class system, the object out and the method println, it is printing the value of the variable num1. As num1 is 10, so 10 gets displayed here. Then it is printing minus, which is enclosed within inverted comma. So this gets displayed exactly as it is in the output. So in the output you can see 10 minus. Then again something has been added to it, this time the value of the variable num2, which is 5. So again 5 gets displayed in the output. Then again something has been added to it, this time the equality symbol, which is within inverted code. So this equality symbol gets displayed in the output like this. So this time the output has 10 minus 5 is equal to, okay. Now we are left with the value of the last variable, which is result, okay. Now as result has been calculated to be num1 minus num2, which gives the value 5, so in place of result I can see the value 5 in the output, which gives the new expression as 10 minus 5 equal to 5, and this gets displayed in the output table. So as of now we can see two values in the output, okay. Those are 10 plus 5 equal to 15 and 10 minus 5 equal to 5. And once this statement gets terminated with the help of a semicolon, it shifts to the next line, where the new value of result to be calculated is like this: result equal to num1 into num2. Now num1 into num2 gives 10 into 5, which is 50. So the new value of result is 50. Now system.out.println, okay, displays the text within this bracket into the output, okay. Here num1 is 10, then into gets displayed exactly as it is in the output, then num2 is 5, so in the output I can see 10 into 5, then equal to, since it is within inverted code, gets displayed exactly as it is in the output, so 10 into 5 equal to, then the value of result, which is recently been calculated and found to be 50, so 50 gets displayed in the output. So in the output I can see the new value as 10 into 5 equal to 50. Then the statement ends with a semicolon, and then the control shifts to the next line. Again the new value of result is calculated to be num1 slash num2. Now slash denotes division, so result is equal to num1 divided by num2. Now as num1 is 10 and num2 is 5, so 10 divided by 5 gives 2, okay, because 5 2s are 10 and here 2 is the question. So result gets the value 2 now. Now again come to the next line. Using the system library class, the out object, when it invokes the println method, it displays the text, okay, within the bracket into the output. Now this time the value of num1, okay, it's 10, gets displayed here. Then the symbol slash within inverted code gets displayed exactly as it is in the output. Then the value of the variable num2, which is 5, gets displayed here. Then the equality operator, okay, since this is enclosed within inverted code, gets displayed exactly as it is in the output, okay. Then something has been added using the plus operator, and that is the value of the variable called result. Now result has been calculated to be what? Num1 divided by num2, okay. Now as num1 was 10 and num2 is 5, so 10 divided by 5 is 2, okay. And as I have already told that 5 2s are 10, so 2 is the question, so num1 divided by num2, okay, returns the question, which is 2. So that's why the value of the variable result is also 2. So in the output I can see 10 divided by 5 equal to 2, where slash denotes division. As a result, in the output window you can see these 4 values, and after that the statement ends with a semicolon, and there is the end of the body of the main method, and that is represented by the closing parenthesis, and after that the program ends. So with this I end my presentation here.